Alright, welcome back to another art time video, where we're continuing where we last left off in the Lavender Desert drawing. So I went on ahead and I colored in, and after drawing and colored in the demons for this area. So we're just going to make this be a little quick one, go in, just shade in and then texture, and then we just do all the effects and all that stuff. I'm down watching Captain Sparkle's play Jump King over here. I wanted to finish that off, but I wasn't able to. Oops, that's lagging. But yeah, anyways, we're just going to go into this shading, texturing, and all that stuff, and then effects and lighting and all it to finish it all off. So, as per usual, if you find yourself enjoying the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more, of course. Okay, this friggin' program is having a conniption, apparently. Christ. Am I still connected to this one? I am. You're just being a douche. For no reason other than to be a douche. Whatever, it's fine. I think the plan for this is to try to get this done with right now. It's 12:41 a.m., so just get this done with. And then we're going to make it a Minecraft video. Shouldn't take too long to get this done with. I gotta make another one before the week ends, of course. Before Sunday comes along. But at the time of making this video, I have managed to reach 1,000 watchers on DeviantArt. Which is great. I just gotta get to the point where I now make the drawing that commemorates that. And then we can go on to the next one. This one probably won't take too long. I have an idea on what I want to do in this drawing. Or not drawing, I should say. You'll see it when it comes out. But as it stands right now, I gotta finish this one up first, because I started this one, and I should finish this one first. I'll probably get a head start on making it tomorrow or something. We'll see what happens. I mean, technically speaking, I should try to get a head start on it regardless. Just to clear up as much time as I can get going into next week, Because next week I want to try to make the third episode of Adventurous Army. I have an idea on how that's going to go down, but for now, I'll just leave it as an idea, and whoops, that's dust. I'll just leave it as an idea until I, start making it. Alright, this dry scar, I like the centipede kind of deal here. It's on the move right now. That dry scar, that centipede demon. Stop flashing. I think the cat is slowly starting to get out of heat, which is great, because now it should be less annoying, hopefully. But probably not fully yet. Right, cat? No, she's still worrying. But maybe she's a bit tempered now, so she'll stop worrying for a bit. No, we'll see. We'll see if she starts rubbing up against me in the middle of this video like the last time, and she's taking her food out of her dish and eating it on the floor. Why are you doing that? Anyways, yes, we are going to get a Minecraft video done with tonight, most likely. And that one's probably going to be long because I do want to get the arts and crafts area done with. Thankfully, though, I think we have a crap ton of spruce, so that we don't have to worry about going through the whole, well, collecting a bunch of spruce. We're probably going to need to collect a bunch of dark oak as well as regular oak for like the roof and stuff. And I know the roof is going to be pretty big. Flat, but it'll still be pretty big regardless, so we're definitely going to need a lot there. And it's still going to be flat. God damn it, stop selecting the dust. Ugh. I don't know what hell you keep selecting the dust. Hey. God. How can that work? Alright, yes, and as per usual, I am tired as all hell. But talk a bit, I'll probably break out of it, and I'll be back to the norm. We'll see. But, yeah, my plans, well, I guess this, well, depends. It depends on how long that video takes and how long it's going to take for me to write up this particular thing. But if this comes out before that, then my plans are to get the second floor, or the first floor staircase hallway area built. Corpse, you fool. And then we're going to go on ahead and try to get the arts and crafts area done with alongside the second floor area. And so far I'm liking the way the entirety of this place is turning out. The hallway, stairwell way areas are probably going to look pretty basic as hell. Maybe I can add some more decorum or something to make it look nicer. But for the most part, I think, Oop, and then she does go meowing again. Yep, still in heat. Might be dying down soon, might be going back to the norm again, but who knows. I mean, even on in heat, she still does that. I don't know why you're doing that, cat. Are you trying to get my attention or something? You're trying to warn me of some insect or some shit? Yeah, whatever. Oops. Do I need that open anymore? I don't know. I have the window open of the drawings that I have on a DeviantArt. Easier color references instead of looking at a very small image. And also looking for the images on my folders and all that stuff. Folders. I don't remember where most of the Lavender Desert demons reside. I think they might be in the 16th album? I don't know. No point in even bothering looking it up, though. It's dust, you fool. Why do you gotta keep selecting dust? I know my brain is defaulting to selecting dust. Okay, so I'm gonna get the slightly easier ones done with, I guess. Although none of them are really that difficult. The only one that's difficult here is the one demon that's up front and has more details to it than all the other demons technically do. Stop attacking me. What are you doing? Really, cat? Can't even put my freaking foot down on the floor because there's a space underneath the desk that the cat puts her hand through and tries to attack me. Oh, there she is. Underneath the bed looking at me.
Meow. No meows. No meows.
Cat's not even paying attention to what I'm trying to say. She's just nudging the wire. Alright, so now for the legs. Yeah, this is probably pretty easy. This part right here. And this one's warped. Think of it like it's spinning right now. Getting ready to do a spin dash kind of deal. Spins in place. Its body looks like a skull. That's, you know. If any of you have read about the, what were they called again? Crap, what were they called again? The Husk Beetles. I know it has something to do with an husk. The Husk Beetle. These things have, you know, the shapes like skulls, and if they spin, they create this skull-looking pattern, which I think I need to make it more faded, like 60 or something. Yeah, that should do. Alright, I think those guys are done, and now for these guys. These guys don't matter too much because of how far they are. I mean, this one matters a bit, and I will still, like, shade them in so they're not, like, you know... What's the word I'm looking for? I mean, I'll talk about, bland, plain, flat. That's the word, flat. So they don't look flat. So they look like they have some form of, like, what do you call it? So shading it in makes it look more detailed in the back. It really does look like a mess of pixels. But you don't really need to see those. I knew you were going for that. Stop it. So running in the back, making that word noise. And here we're gonna go scratch this. Boop the snoot. Alright. So I think after these wings are set, we go to the bull balloons up top. Bull balloons? What were they called again? Balloon bird, right now. Bull balloon is the space abyss demon. The balloon birds. Yeah, I know, strange names. But these are demons we're talking about. God damn it. Alright, go back in, you fool. Crap. Can't even yawn without hair just swooping in. Oh my god, now the hair's making me think I'm about to swallow hair for some reason. Just stop. Go straight. Why you gotta do the curls? Don't you hate when you can't yawn? I swear to God, I hate when that freaking happens. I feel like I gotta crack like a spine or something to open more airway into my lungs. I don't know how else to explain it. It's just annoying, you know? Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Stretch and yawn, maybe. So annoying. I wish I could just breathe, take deep breaths normally. Coming up on my... Unless she did jump on Bo, and then she just bolted over to the other end of the bed. And I didn't notice. It felt like she jumped on it. Oh, we definitely noticed that, right, Cat?
No.
Can't tell if you're in heat anymore now. Smack her butt, she's not doing anything, she's just looking at me like this. Instead of just going down and just whirring.
Oh.
Well, you know what, that's great, because now I don't have to deal with... Oh, no, now you're moving the camera. And now you got your foot in the way. Really, Cat? Really, why are you doing that? Just because you ain't in heat doesn't mean that you're still going to do... You go back to normal, you're still going to do your weird, quirky things. Cat. Cadillac SUV, Cadillac. Stop moving the camera. Or a laptop, I should say. It's a camera laptop and stuff like that. This is why I had this stuff here, so you can't do that. I'm gonna pick you up now. Don't claw onto that, Cat.
Where?
Look at the audience.
Mimi. Look at the audience. She's not coming away from the audience.
Why are you looking at the light? Well, now I got... Oh, nope. I was gonna say Pirate Cat, but she's moving off the legs. Parrot Cat. Parrot Cat. Parrot. You know what I mean, Cat? No, you don't. You're just focusing on whatever the hell's up on the lights. I'll go that way again. So tired. But I have stuff that needs to be done before the weekends. And also, well, I want to play some more of Tiny Tina's Wonderland as well. So I want to try to get this done with quickly and efficiently. I'll try not to sacrifice quality. Yeah, I want to try to like reduce the demon density throughout most of the areas in Demon Realm. I guess it's like a good example. Like you got these guys fall over here, hostile, passives, but we'll try to scare you. Extremely hostile, but can be easily avoided. Extremely hostile. I don't know about these two yet. This looks like it'd be hostile. This looks like it'd be territorial, maybe. Hostiles, definitely 100% hostile. And we got this area over here that's unchecked. No demons. Although, just this thing being in the area makes this entire place dangerous. Although it is pretty far away. I've forgotten, what was the size of these things again? Ooh, notifications. Oh, never mind. This is, the 2 notification bars are still there, even though I already looked them from previous forms. Whatever. Let me see. Let me reread this for a second. Yeah, skin crawlers are about the size of an average family's house. So they're huge. And apparently they can sprint 500 miles per hour? Damn. But yeah, these things are dangerous as all hell. You just see this like spider-looking demon off in the distance. And the fact that if it saw you, it can literally sprint to you like this is the size of a family house. This demon is an average family house. So say like maybe wow. What would be the number? A 2-story house with an attic and a basement, maybe? Although that might be pushing it a bit, because now the average has been decreased for obvious reasons. And I'll go back for a second. Max it out. I guess a really good example, actually, would be to open up the drawing with the demons in it. Well, I guess I should. I guess I should do this. Doesn't matter if you can't see that side. So that's what these things look like from that size, and there's your reference perspective. That's how big these things are. These things are about half the size of an average person. They're huge. And some of these guys are huge as well. Although the perspective here wasn't really focused on that much, so they could just be like, well, who knows? I don't know. Regardless, it doesn't matter. That's how big this thing is, and this thing is the size of an average family house. And that's pretty far away. Or at least presumed to be far away. This one has better perspective. You can tell that's far away. So we're about the size of, let's say, here comes Mr. Avocado, round fact over here, up against this guy right here. And then we'll talk about some, like, you're standing right here in this spot. And you look over there and you see that giant thing that's literally miles away. That right there, if it saw you, it was like, I could kill you. And it'll just sprint towards you at the speed of 500 miles per hour, and then it'll just, well, pick you up in its mouth and then you're dead. And it's terrifying because it's a giant spider that's going faster than almost the speed of light, even though 500 miles per hour is not the speed of light. But that's still pretty fast. What is the speed of light in miles per hour? This is not what I'm looking for. This is not what I'm looking for at all. What is the exact speed of light? 670,000. No, it's million. 670 million. Okay, whatever. It's over 670 million. Regardless, it's still huge. It's still running fast. And I just said 500 miles per hour. Yeah, that's still pretty fast. 5 times as fast as a car. And due to its immense size, well, guess what, boy? That thing's gonna come at you, and unless you can find a good hiding spot where it can't find you, you're dead. Most likely. Although, chances are, because I don't remember, do these things only prey upon human? Skin crawlers eat human, whether they are fresh or dead. Chase after prey, you saw your person in half. Doesn't look like I made it. It can defend itself against larger demons. Yeah, I think that's the case. These things only go after humans, so of course, they probably aren't going to bother with any of the demons now, are they? Most likely, yes. But think of it like this. There's so much going on within this here area, demon-wise, not like landscape. I mean, I guess depending on if you're in like certain areas where there's more vegetation and stuff. But trying to avoid this thing entirely is quite difficult. And imagine just like the ginormous amount of vibrations that it would cause simply by just running through the sand and trying to get to you. It's not a pleasant sight. The only good thing is its body is not like too spider-like. I don't know why I'm doing that, those limbs aren't connected. Would you calm down, cat? Now you're not gonna meow. You just look at me. But yes, what was I talking about before I got distracted? Thanks to you. These things are not as spider-like, but it's still pretty terrifying. Alright, these demons just like take the basic look of like certain like things from our universe, and their appearances take like somewhat of a spin, kind of, so to speak. So they don't necessarily like, you know, they don't look exactly like the things from our universe. There's like more demonic variation and stuff. Like the Soul Reaver was definitely like an interesting like thing that I did back then. And it was like a sketch form at first when I was in high school before I started doing stuff like this. And it might not be exact. Then I came on a Photoshop and then I brought it to life and I put it in the Demon Realm. So technically speaking, the Demon Realm was made long ago, but it wasn't really on my mind, so I don't know if that would count, right, cat? I'm just scoffing now. You're going too berserk and you're overexerting yourself, cat. Calm down. Yeah, look at this thing. Very, strange looking. Going around causing a mess with its tar or oil-like body. God damn it. On 1C. You're selecting every other layer except for the one that I want. And the one that's names actually makes sense. I will say this, though. This is an interesting looking demon. Before I was thinking about having like a regular old hard kind of monster with red eyes, then I decided to go for this instead. I'll do these guys first since I think they're going to be slightly easier. Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. So I definitely do want to make more demons within this here, like within all of these regions. Like, so far, the only demons that I've made are the ones that I have already like drawn, and those particular demons that I have already drawn are just like their designs are suffering from a lack of pixels. You know, you saw it before, the lack of pixels that we had. At least with this one, we have more pixels to work with, and we can get a hell of a lot more looks and stuff going on for some of them as well. Right, cat who jumped over my shoulder for no reason? Which is why after I've gotten this done with and all of that done with, the Demon Realm isn't going to be going on hiatus, for I will start adding more demons to the other regions. Until I feel like I've gotten enough demons in the regions that I have to want to add to the 5 regions that I have planned out. I will keep continuing to make demons. Oh wait, what was that? The original. I literally lost straight of thought of what I was supposed to be saying, or what words I was supposed to be saying. Ah, yes, once I've gotten like to a specific point where I've got enough demons, I'll add those 5 regions in. I think I might have screwed up saying that part earlier than I should have. Yes, I'll add those 5 new regions in. I believe it's 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 5. And then after we've added those regions in, we just like trickle in some demons here and there while having some demons drawn in there as well in the background, but trying to give them a little bit more design this time. Like what I did with this guy over here. This guy is different because he's simply just a tar beast. I think most of his design is going to consist mainly of his textures. What tar beast? I keep saying tar. Oil. An oil monster. Stop selecting dust. Oh my god, you keep selecting dust and it's annoying. Oop. That hair piece there. Yeah, these things are the most strangest one that I made. And it's even stranger. Whoops, that is not what I want you to do yet. It's even stranger that they reside within an area such as the Lavender Desert. Even more strange that my brain thought about the Lavender Desert. And when I first drew the Lavender Desert and the soul... Well, actually, when was that? When was that? Hold on, I'm going to do a little look-see, because I know it was definitely before that. Album 6, look at that. This was made in Album 6. And I what this says, actually, I can show you guys the drawing. Why not? Why not? Where is it? Album 8 and now Album 6. It's the first drawing I did of the Soul Reaper. As you can see, bigger than this person who is getting killed right now. Well, was killed. As you can see, bites into their neck right there and then steals their soul. That was the original idea with the Lavender Desert. But now, look at it. Looks, less vivid, I guess less creepy. The creep factor mainly resides within the demons that reside within it. Just thinking about a giant spider demon coming at you at the speed of, I don't know, that's probably faster than a cheetah. How fast can a cheetah run, actually? How fast can a cheetah? 80 miles per... Yeah, look at that, 80 miles, 50 to 80 miles per hour. And that's quintuple the amount. So a cheetah wouldn't be able to escape, even though I think... Oh, whoops, you fool. As I was saying before, even though I think the, I don't think the, what was it called, skin crawler? Yeah, I don't think the skin crawler would go after the, anything animal-like. I think skin crawlers strictly consume humans. Maybe because its body is kind of made out of human body parts, skin, flesh, and all that stuff. That's what it says right here. The insides are made of insect parts, while the spots on its body are just craters exposing flesh. These... Wait, no. Where was it again? I don't remember where I said this. Oh, regardless, it doesn't really matter. The information is there for anybody who wants to read it, and once I've gotten to the point where I can, post this, and we have all of the information there, y'all are going to be able to, go on ahead and just grab the thing and go to do the reading. Read all about the demons that we have here. Who knows, by the time this actually gets a lot more views, y'all will see several more demons than the ones you see here. Beware of the Queen of Fear, though. She's not something you want to go up against. You don't want to meet her. She's a rather sadistic demon. Oh, I meant to go to snout, not sack, but I'll just do sack, man. But yes, she's a rather sadistic demon. You don't want to see her, trust me. She's not pleasant. Not a pleasant sight. Not pleasant to be around either. Just think about it. If you're afraid of spiders, she's going to make a storm of spiders that are just going to fly around you. Have tryptophobia? Everything will be full of holes. She'll even go on ahead and make holes in your body to try to feed off of your fear. Scared of needles, tryptophobia, and spiders? you're going to have needles coming out of those holes that are in your body, alongside spiders crawling out of them holes. Ooh. Very terrifying stuff. You don't want to meet that. And it's even, I don't know why I decided to have the Queen of Fear be within here. Matter of fact, actually, okay, well. Discretion is advised. Where was the drawing? I gotta remember which one it was. Was it album 4? I think it was album 4. Q. Ah, yes, the first drawing of the Queen of Fear. Yep. Ugh. Very, don't want to go up against that. This is the first one. I made a remix, too. Yep, there's the Lavender Desert Sands and Skies. I think that was actually the first iteration. The very first iteration of the, Lavender Desert. Let me look around here and just make sure. Yeah, we got Bone Traps like Hellscape there. I think that's the first iteration of Hellscape. Then we got the Dark Beach with the Dark Succubus, which I cannot show because that is more mature. Yes, I can show Maggot hole-ridden like corpse lady thing, but I can't show a succubus who's showing off her foot. That's just the way I think the world, or at least the US is. Where is it? Was it album 7? Could it have been album 7? Or was it album 8? I don't know why I'm looking at it like that. Just look for Q. Q, 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 Q. Look for the damn Q. You know where Q is, goddammit, you freaking stupid brain. We must have passed it. Unless it's 12 or 11? It can't be that far, because this is a very old drawing. Maybe it is in 6, and I just was stupid and wasn't looking at Q. Q? No Q. I wish you could see me looking through this, but then again, you'd be able to see the mature stuff, and YouTube would be like, nah. Ah, here it is. There we go, even worse now. And imagine what she'd be like now that my style's improved. Ugh. But there's a Lavender Desert. More to it. Yeah, are you thankful that we're not adding her into this one? Now, you can even see her. Hold on, because I can easily get to this. You can even see her in the back here. There she is, in the back, surrounded by a swarm of insects. But, I decided not to put her in here. We don't have the rulers of the other regions that we have in there now, do we? So we'll just keep with the theme. Why not? But yeah, the Queen of Fear. Do not go within. No, that's Patreon. We don't want to go there. We don't want to go here because then we'll lose our YouTube channel probably. Folder icons. Here we go. JPEGs. Gallery icons. That's Chrome Wars, you fool. This one. You don't want to go into the this is where the Queen of Fear resides, right there, in this particular part of the Lavender Desert. And that's all of the rulers and their particular, you know, spots here kind of deal, you know. But yes, obviously, stay away from the center. That's really the best that I can tell you, is like, stay away from the center. And it's a very far walk too, so it's pretty easy to stay away from that entity, demon, I should say, to the middle portion. I mean, if you find yourself within the blood peak, actually, this is a really good thing to like talk about. So we can like a discussion going on here. So you find yourself within the demon realm. Most commonly, people find themselves landing within the blood shallows of the blood peaks. It's presumed that the vermilion snake ruler of the blood peaks is grabbing humans from universes that he, I guess, has connections with, and brings them into the demon realm via a mysterious portal opening up. Somewhat similar to the Dark Succubus, but the only difference is the Dark Succubus brings you into their Dark Beach and not within the most dangerous. Well, I don't know if that's considered the most dangerous area, but it's one of the more dangerous areas, regions within the Demon Realm. Yawning. Right, cat? But I digress. So you're brought into the Demon Realm via portal, and you are now in the Blood Shallows. The Blood Shallows of the Blood Peaks. You need to get to shore as quickly as possible. Okay, we're going to go to the text part now. Or if you don't go to shore, you can get screwed up by a bunch of demons. Well, I guess I could actually bring out the, drawing. This is not here, it's 47. Motherish was done in that? Strange. You could get screwed up by these guys right here. These guys are harmless. These guys as well if you're near one of their nests. Whatever this demon is. And, obviously, of course, who could forget about... When was this drawn, actually? Was it 5 or was it 7? I don't know, I remember. Stomach worm. The worm that goes inside of your navel. And it's probably very painful. And if you don't get it out by, like, getting out of the blood lake, then you will die and end up like her. So, yes. The, Blood Shallow is definitely filled with a fair share amount of demons that you have to worry about. Also, the, Watcher variations of these particular demons. Now, this one has more cracked, texture. Because it's meant to be like, kind of like a stony, kind of floating eye. Stony, yet it still moves like it's, an organic material of some kind. I don't know how else to describe it. But you get what I'm talking about here. Anyways, yes. Drop within this area. Oh, I forgot to bring this down here. That's fine. Drop within the Blood Peaks, and you have to get to shore. So, keep in mind the Demon Realm is large. It's probably larger than Earth is if you were to lay out the Earth in a flat landscape. Trying to get to places would be quite difficult. And plus, there's still more to the Demon Realm than what we have currently on the map. Like I said, there's still 5 more regions. And I have some, selecting dust. I have an interesting, design for the entirety of the Demon Realm map. But we'll make that when the time comes. I say it's probably going to be quite difficult to try to get that right, actually. But I think I can do it. So, you go into this place knowing that the Dark Beach is the safe area. And it's the only area you can, effectively get home in. Converse with the Dark Succubus, and they will help you get to your home by opening up a portal to your universe. They can also pleasure you if you so please, but because they didn't bring you in, they can't force you, and they can help you regardless. But unless they bring you in, then you have to give in to their advances, otherwise they can't bring you back. But thankfully, you came in through the Blood Peaks, and you've walked miles upon miles upon miles to get to here. Now, worst case scenario, you're within the center of the Blood Peaks. You know it's the center when you see that giant spire. I'll show it. Whoops. I'll show it again for those who wrong one, who aren't paying attention. This is the middle of the Blood Peaks, the dead center middle. So you either go left or you go right. It just depends on what region you want to go into and deal with. You're not gonna meow, aren't you? Oh, okay. How did it cracks? within this, did I? I'm gonna look back for a second on here. Oh, hey, notifications. Thank you, Rock Raver Infection, for adding tickling research to your favorites. Cool, great, fantastic. The first drawing that Moon was ever shown. I've showed you it before, but I'm not going to show you it again because, okay, this looks like one of these particular textures, so this is going to work. So, going through the entirety of the Blood Peaks, you have to walk miles to get to a certain region. Now, you got two options to choose from. Well, three, but the third option is just going to be certain death. That one's more like suicide. You know, you have no chance of actually getting through this. I'll tell you what that option is, and then I'll tell you the other options, the ones that have some form of possibility. The impossible option is the Blood Ocean, of course. You have to swim through miles upon miles of blood just to get to the Dark Beach and meet up with the Dark Succubus. Problem is, while it might be a straight path, and might be a bit quicker, you have to worry about so many different demons that resides within that area, and some of them you can't even see coming. So, think of it like this. You're in shark-infested waters, except the sharks are a bunch of ginormous sea creatures who are accustomed to the blood and the... not even salt, it's just like blood all over the place. And imagine the smell. The amount of metallic scent you'd get swimming through such a thing. Needless to say, seems like going through to the Blood Ocean is a bad idea. Even if you were to somehow manage to craft yourself a boat. Assuming you're starting directly off... I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Assuming you're starting directly off from the Blood Peaks, somehow you find yourself a boat, i.e. a bone, that is, you know, buoyant? That has buoyancy. A bone that has buoyancy. This is not a boneless, buoyant object. No, it's bones. It's full-on bones. So, assume you can find this, even if you are able to paddle yourself all the way to the Dark Beach. You still have a crap ton of demons within this particular region that is just going to mess your day up. Is that another notification? Is that another notification? Things are taking a very long time loading. I'm just going to go over to the Bloombirds. There's a notification. It's just not loading. Ah, there we go. Oh, shit. Where am I? Tailfan999 for favoriting the recent late night tickle test. Yeah, awesome. Brosome. Looks like you have cracked skin. Alright, cool. Were you guys more recent? No, you couldn't have been more recent. Or were you recent? I could check, actually. Because the effects I use for those particular demons are a hell of a lot better than what I have currently. That could be recent. I'm not going to bother checking. I've already wasted so much time checking. So yes, bad idea to go within the Blood Ocean, even if you do have a boat of some form of material. Although, I would say, well, it depends. Those guys aren't that fast, but I can't imagine, like, even if you're in a boat, I can't imagine the difficulty of trying to paddle through thick blood. Probably not that good. Probably gonna just, like, be slower than when you would be if you were to go on foot. Alright, so, obviously that option's out of the question. So the only other option you have is to pick which way you want to go. Obviously, if you know the map of the Demon Realm, you know that if you have the shore to your right side, you're heading to the Drought Plains. And if you have your shore to the left side, of the shore to the left side, your left side, you're going to be heading off into the Lavender Desert. Go deep within this area, and you're just going to come across more dangerous and deadlier demons than the ones you would find on the shorelines. Which, you kind of want to avoid. You kind of want to stick within areas that you think you're going to have a better chance of staying in. Which seems pretty obvious. I mean, you want to live, right? Although, I don't know, are you going to be able to walk like thousands of miles just to be able to get to the dark beach? Not even walk. There's going to be multiple occasions where you're going to have to run for your life as like certain demons find you and want to try to kill you. Consume your body. No matter what, going through the entirety of the demon realm is just going to be a slog. Not because of just a distance you have to walk through to get to, like, a new region, but because of the demons that reside within said regions, constantly finding you and trying to kill you. I think I've made my point, though. So, you've got two options. Go to Drop Plains, or go to the Lavender Desert. So far, this is what we see of the Lavender Desert. There is a unique demon that I have in mind that's, since the most commonly found in the shoreline biome, can be found out here on rare occasions, but most commonly found within the shoreline area, biome. And, of course, obviously, you have the Drought Plains here, with the more psychologically taxing demons. To zombie types, this thing that literally sees throughout the entire area and sends 4 horsemen, skeleton horsemen, that will cut your head off, and you can't even do anything to stop them. There's a giant hand as well, and this man who's like an abnormal titan. Plus, there's still more demons that have yet to be seen yet to be created. So even if we do have the knowledge that we have now, the demons that I've currently drawn and shown off, there's still like hundreds of different types of demons in each area, in each region. Not just area, regions. Although some are restricted to areas, but you get what I mean. There's still hundreds that we don't even know about. I think, like, even if we have all the knowledge that we have at our disposals, we're going to see a new demon no matter what. Even if you are... Oh, I forgot to shade this in. Even if you are, like, vastly, like... If your knowledge of the demon realm is that of somebody who's literally created it, like mine, you're going to see a demon that you've never seen before and have no clue how to deal with it. Of course, most of the times, it's pretty easy to figure out, how to avoid certain demons. Most demons kind of just run after you. Huh. I don't think I have a weeping, angel kind of demon, so maybe I can make one at some point. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I gotta get to, I gotta remake all of these regions here. I don't think we're gonna remake them all again in the future after this. I think after I've done all of these region remakes, that's it. Because at my current skill level, even if my skill level somehow managed to become, if I can get up to a point to where my skills are Album 1 and Album 48 differences, but with 48 and whatever number in the future is, I don't know what that's going to be like. I mean, the more I draw, the better I get. But I feel like I'm stagnating, which is fine, because this is still good. Also, I kind of need to shade these guys' eyes in, so I should do this. But, what do you call it? If my skills in another 48 albums manage to completely, overshine. What's what I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. You get what I'm talking about, though. If another 48 albums from now, I somehow manage to outdo myself even compared to album 48, which is still pretty good looking for where my skills are at currently, I still wouldn't redraw this. Because unlike the first time I drew these areas, my drawing skills there were like amateurist for starting off Photoshop. Now, they've improved by a whole lot. Of course, there's still many improvements that needs to be made. I gotta start using new or different types of brushes still. Make new things to try out. Do I want to try shadow now? See, it's hard to tell with this body because of the freaking dust clouds here. It's supposed to look like he's dripping a bunch, but texture-wise, you can't really see it that well here, unfortunately. But I guess it's fine. When I get to a point when I can draw these demons, I'm only drawing 2 new ones because I already got so many, I don't need another 9 to add to this. If I need to add more, I'll just do it when we're actually, making the thing and not like drawing it in a landscape and scenery drawing where it's probably not going to do it as good of justice as we would. I mean, this one, even in this landscape drawing, still looks pretty good. It's kind of simplistic in the stomach department, but it still looks pretty good for what it is, although I guess it is quite close up, considering how many pixels we have here. Yeah, see what I mean? Before we barely had any pixels. Matter of fact, I could actually probably check to see just how big that image is. Sandy Hill. Go to properties. How big is this one again? It's 1366 by 768. And the current size that I have been using is 4098 2304. The drawings are a hell of a lot bigger. However, we do have ourselves a significant amount of pixels to work with, which is great. Because the more pixels we have, the more detailed the pixels are, the better they look in the end of things. Hey, oh. What you doing, ho? She's just sleeping. Probably for the best to leave her sleeping since, even when she's not in heat, she still scratches everything because she's a destructive force of nature. She doesn't even realize that I'm talking about her. I want to make this sack here be like cloth-like. I don't use this particular cloth-like pattern for anything that, because this, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like a mat or something. Mate or some shish. I can't remember. I can't recall. I guess oops. Wrong way. I guess it doesn't exactly matter too much. The brushes that I've used, while some of them do share this, some brushes from the preset that we have, I'm mostly going about using my own brushes, nothing else. Removing all of the ones that I deem unnecessary for me to use in any of the drawings. I should at some point try to figure out what brushes I could use for textures and unique looking stuff like that. I could. I don't know when I want to do that. It's not like I really need to do it that badly anyways, and also it seems to be 10, not 5. Can't even see the cracks that much. Alright, I'm sure I missed something, so let's take a quick, careful look. I got you. Got you guys, I got you over in the back, I got you, and then there's you. Yeah. See? Demon density here is little to none, although you might not get that. There might be a demon by hand here for all we know. Could be another one of these guys, but I think these guys are easier to deal with because so long as you don't fall for their obvious trick, they shouldn't be too hard to deal with. There is, however, one thing I want to do with this guy. I'm going to replace the swatch with the Tardiman swatch and use his here. I'm going to go to his body here. I'm going to do a... No, not tar. Why do I keep calling it tar? I should call it oil demon. Oil slick. I keep calling it Tar because I accidentally named the Tar Demon. That's not going to be its name. That's just a placeholder for me to, like, you know, have there so I know that, oh, this is a swatch for that demon. Right. Right. I'm going to have, like, hundreds here, actually. Hundreds, maybe, like, space it out a bit so it looks like it's creating a trail. That's another thing. I haven't even tried spacing out this particular swatch. I should try to do that. Zoop. Zoop, zip, zoop, zop, zippity zoop, zop, zip, zoop, zop. Oh, wait. Too much spacing and it doesn't really, like, blend in as well. Yeah, it's like creating these tar splotches here. And that's what it's doing. It's creating tar oil slick splotches. Okay, don't do that, you fool. Oh, that's weird. It's like shitting an image. Oh, that's why. Because I did the stupid. Because I did the stupid. This is not using the normal brush. No wonder why it looks weird. Wow. When did I do that? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm going to delete this portion here so that it's not going into it. But we got oil here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to rename this before I forget and literally use it as that. I'm calling it Oil Demon. Cool, great, fantastic. Okay, I'm replacing this with the fog now, and now I am going to do the shadows and effects, and then after that I'm going straight into a Minecraft video. And depending on how much time I have and the rest of the night, I'll post it or not. We'll see. Alright, so shadows. I don't know why I'm saying 1A, because this doesn't really need, oops, it doesn't really need shadows 1A. You know, I wasn't too sure about this region at first. I mean, obviously, because the whole, you know, it's a Lavender Desert. It's supposed to be like a barren landscape. However, I like the, you know, the reasons they've added here. Red crystal minerals in the desert landscape, right? Some palm tree areas, tar for the oasis. Okay, actually, hold on. Previously, I said there was like no, how you say, water within the demon realm. But there is some water. There's only like one water that's like more abundant, and that's this idea that I had in mind to essentially just have a river surrounding the entire edge on the surface level, of course, of the demon realm. And this blue outline on the map is going to show the river. There will be some demons within it. Maybe it will be its own miniature region, but it won't really have like some significance to it. I don't know what else we have there. It's not really a region in the sense that it doesn't have a ruler. It's literally just like a divider between the demon realm and the void. Of course, this divider only counts towards the surface. The hellscape, fathomless caverns, and space abyss doesn't have any divider of the sorts. You just see like a black nothingness before you until you realize that, oh, that's void, and if I go there, I'm dead. If I touch that void substance, that void gas, I'm dead immediately. Whoops. Immediately upon touching. But aside from the river, that I hope I can remember to add in, there's going to be a sub-region in the Lavender Desert, similar to how we have a sub-region in the Crimson Jungle with the Undead Ruins, that's going to be kind of an oasis area. And this oasis area is probably going to consist of a bright, maybe yellow or yellow-orange sky. And this oasis area is home to many different types of... I guess it would be more of a case of this particular region being like, you know, how the Undead Ruins is just like all these buildings and structures and stuff. This oasis area is probably going to have like some, you know, kind of pyramid-esque, like, not like actual pyramid-shaped pyramids. No pyramids, like, technically. But like these pyramid material dungeons, I guess. Like, the materials used to build these dungeons are what the Egyptians used to build their pyramids. That's essentially what it's using there in this particular, sub-region. I guess, I don't know, indicating that there was life here. Just like how there was life in the demon undead ruins. But now it's undead. And, undead usually means that all of the demons within that area died off and have become undead variations of themselves. Before I choke on my getting spit, I guess you could call that a demon the demon version of the demon. As funny as it is to say, technically that's not too far from the truth. But yes, that's the sub-region that I had in mind for the Lavender Desert. I also had a sub-region in mind for the Blood Peaks, but it's essentially just, an area where the trench spiders usually go to, and there's multiple different types of spider-type demons within here. But only blood-related spider-type demons, demons with blood, of course, because obviously, Blood Peaks is probably going to be not something like a blood trench or something like a pit, or maybe a caverns. We'll see what happens. I haven't figured that part out yet. Obviously, because I'm nowhere near making any more sub-regions or regions in general. I still gotta finish the demons I have on the list before I add more. And I've already added 8 more to the list, technically speaking. But that's fine. That's fine because the more demons we add, so long as it's in small numbers, the more demons we'll have to draw. And so long as we make them be a bit more ambiguous, like the Eye Demon, for example, I'm planning on drawing the 4 horsemen alongside it. It's probably going to be a pain for me to try to figure out how to draw them, but I probably won't have to worry about that until maybe 2 years from now. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's going to take me another limitation period to finish off what I have on the list with the, the demons that we have currently. At the end of what most likely is going to be August, late August or early September, depending on how many extra drawings we make throughout the year, is when the limitation period is going to end, and we're going to have 6 more demons left to draw, 5 in Lamet, most likely, and 1 in Space Abyss, being Melody. And then we got to remake 2 more landscapes, which is probably going to be Lamet and Space Abyss, ending those 2 off on their own separate accord. I don't know, but I think, obviously I kind of messed up the order of how things are supposed to go. If I go into the landscapes folder right now, you can't see it. How long have we been recording out? An hour, not that bad. So I can take some time, talk about stuff. So if I go into the landscapes folder right now, and look up the Demon Realm landscape and go all the way to the bottom. The order that I drew all the regions was Blood Peaks, Hellscape, Lavender Desert, Drought Plains, Dark Beach. Now, I already screwed up the order by drawing Drought Plains next, after the Hellscape, which is fine. It doesn't really matter, so long as these regions have been made and are there. And after Blood Peaks, we drew Fathomless Caverns, which I'm probably going to draw Dark Beach, I mean. I'm probably going to draw Dark Beach the next... Not this mature drawing, but maybe the next mature drawing after. Because obviously Dark Beach is going to be Succubus doing a lot of fetish-related stuff, so you won't see me draw that. So unfortunately you can't see me draw all the regions in the Demon Realm, but that's fine. But after I do Dark Beach, I'm going to go to the Blood Ocean. I got this really cool idea. Okay, I'm gonna show you the Blood Ocean. I think I know where that is. That's probably an 8 still. There's a shoreline. Hell, no. This is at the Fathomless. Maybe it's 9? Album 9, was it? No, but there's the trench spider. This is the kind of stuff you can come across within the within the blood peaks. That thing. Oh, and you can't forget about this thing. Although that's more in the trenches. Same with these guys, so long as we don't go inland, you won't have to deal with giant flesh centipedes. Bigger than you and can probably swallow you whole, and all those teeth, and so look at all those teeth. That's teeth right there. Look at that. You don't stick your dick in that, you won't even be able to fit it. And even if you could fit it, I can't imagine how that would feel. Okay, here's Brian Hill. I was in the right folder. This is the first drawing of the blood ocean. And I got a really good idea. Where we go under the blood and we have like all of these kind of thing. It's probably going to be like this going in and then out, spread out like that. But I'm not going to do a surface level because surface is so simplistic. Which is making me worried about the void because I showed you the void before. I'm not going to show you it again. It's black nothingness. You can only really see demons within it. Technically speaking, that's the case. I mean, you're not really able to see anything within the void because it's literally just black nothingness. Think of it like the Minecraft void, but on crack, meth, steroids, and all the other types of, drugs out there will mess up your body in more ways than one. I might use that, but let me see what red looks like. I'm going to have like a mixture of purple and reds within this area. Oops. Right. This is going to be a pain in the ass. The layers here are all over the place, so I'm not really going to be able to get the fog here in a good spot. So there's the sand, and there's the crystals here. Wait, where is that crystal? Okay, those crystals. Okay, I don't want to mess with that. Arch. Do I want to have it be the dust area? No, because then it's going to be there. I'll see. I'm not going to name it just in case I don't do this. I guess I want Lavender Desert to be somewhat kind of clear-esque. Not clear-esque, dark-esque, but not too dark. So I'm going to try to find a balance. Maybe I'll have some magenta in there. Dark, but it's not dark enough to be not as dark as the color that I just used. Alright, I need to go behind the cacti now, and I should be underneath the sands. I want to be over the dunes there, so where is this? Okay, there's the cliffs there. There's the sand there. There's the pond, and there's the sand here, and there's the grass there. We might have it go over this. Let's see. Yes. We get a nice red look. I think, okay, a good way to test. Okay, that's, I guess I could get rid of some of this here, actually. Yeah, some of this. Have this area kind of remain untouched a bit. That's the idea with the Lavender Desert. It's not as bright, sunny place like most deserts would be. It's a dark, red, dreary place. Well, not really dark, there's still light, but it's not bright, yellow, sunny. Think of it like this. When you go into a desert, everything is yellow and orange. It's bright yellows and all that stuff. So, obviously, if the sands here are all, well, of course, not bright yellow, if they're purple and have this look, then would they look all red? I'll make this duller. Duller. I probably will do some adjustments to the sky here with the fog. I don't know, because I kind of want that. I kind of want to have that here, unless there's something I can do with the sky, and well, so I don't have to like mess with the fog here a bit. I'll have a fog here. Why not? Which one is this? E? I think it's E. Yeah, this is E. Do I want it to be bright red? Yeah, that makes more sense, actually. Bright red here, that's the spider. That's the skin crawler. There's the sand, and then there's the mountains. I guess that makes sense. Look farther out and everything gets redder and more redder as time goes by. Here's F.
F.
Kind of like this little meme in my head where the ROTC cat's like, why? And then
F.
I can't do their voice right now. Are we going too bright? I don't know. Don't forget, I do want to have this be a little bit more dark, brighter red, not like completely dark. I think we'll end up fog there. Sure, why not? Besides, I think this is, yeah, it covers those guys up as well as the mountain. That's fine. I think I need highlights for the bottom portion here. Okay, it is doing its thing. Maybe shadows. Okay, there we go. And then we highlight the top. That's what I want. There we go. That's actually good. Not too bright, but not too dark. Okay, cool. Whoops. Almost moved the layer I didn't want to move while I was trying to scroll the damn thing up. Alright, full balloon rays, of course. I'm going to do a quick save here. Damn, look, this is turning out to be a hell of a lot better. Well, anything I do is going to look a hell of a lot better than the original, obviously. But of course, we gotta get the balloon lights in, so we gotta figure out, okay, is it light purple? Looking back at this, there is nothing here. I'm wondering if it should be red. Red kind of makes sense, unless we use like a certain shade of pink. I'll try the pink first, actually. Alright, how about that? Yeah, no, I'll go for pink instead. This particular type of pink I have is more close towards magenta, but it's fine, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. A lot of the demon realm is mostly just reds and stuff. The one good thing we could take from the reds, though, is that the shades and the different types of hues from those reds are different enough to make it all look unique, as well as, yeah, obviously. I'll show you the reds. You already know this red. Look how different that red is. Okay, well, I'll show you it after I'm done, because I still have the effects to do, but I think no matter what, it's still going to look different. You saw how that red looked, right? You saw how the skies look there, right? Full balloon light. But you get what I'm trying to say here. While a large majority of it is red, the landscapes and the general look and theme going on with these particular regions are different enough to where it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, you got reds and blues, and you got your whites, and then there's some green as well. Crimson Jungle's another red area, but I think Crimson Jungle might be different enough to, well, no, most of it is red, but I guess there's duller reds. Plus, don't forget, this is mostly purple, with some, you know, pale purple and more like brown, pale, dull pale purple, whatever the color is that describes what this particular color. I don't know what that color is. I don't know what its name is. And I can't really take an eyedropper to it because it's not really going to, well, I guess this part kind of sticks. I'm finished with that, by the way, so we can do this. Whatever the hell this color is. Red 153, green 97, and blue 118. Whatever this color is. I don't know what that is, but it's a purple-esque kind of color maybe leaning more towards magenta. Let me delete that so that I can make the shadow rays without seeing layer 2. Whoops, shadow. Not shadow. No, it doesn't sound like I said anything different there, but I'm saying shadow without a W. Anyways, outside of that nonsense, I don't know how much shadow rays we're gonna have here. And there's some shadow rays needed here. It's interesting though. Such a strange landscape. And before it was simply just dunes and hills with maybe some mountains and some skulls poking out of it. At least this way it gives you a really good perspective on things here. You see how this demon looks? You're half its size here. Although if that's the case, I mean, it does make sense that this is pretty big. Like, I got the black bowl symbol here. Easier to tell because of human size. Oh, hey, look, plant for me to get water. Tear open plant, tear open that. Put cup in, boom, water. Or juice, not really water. But, yeah, that's essentially the size of most of this stuff. And these are also pretty big crystals, too. Part of me feels like I should put people in there to kind of, like, get a better sense of, like, you know, just how big most of these demons are. But you look back at, like, previous drawings and see, like, the demon size. Even though those are old drawings, I still try to, like, get the size at least, like, as accurate as I can get. Even with that in mind, you still have a general idea of just how big everything is here. It makes sense that this would be a bigger plant because it's supposed to be able to feed, like, the larger demons within this area. It's, you know, edible for you, but, you know, you probably want to, like, you know, drink it in moderation because stomach pains and stuff like that. Not enough to deter people from drinking it, but enough to really, like, make them second guess taking, like, an entire water bottle and drinking, like, several of them. I don't know if it would be several, though, actually. Okay, now for the effects. We've gotten the lighting and stuff in as best we could. Light purple. Here we go. This is going to be different. This is going to be difficult. What we have here is already pretty good looking, but I want to add a little bit more to it. See if I can make it even better. Difficult part is trying to figure out how to make it better. I don't think this is going to need it. There we go. Go to effects. Light purple area. That's too bright. Could I use purple? Purple might not. I mean, we could probably still use purple for, like, you know, certain areas to still give it that lavender-esque feel to it, you know. Put it in areas that's, you know, less affected by, like, the lighting as much as such. Not too much, but enough to get the point across, you know. I'll change this to purple now because there's no light in this at all. Maybe I need magenta for this area. Magenta might work perfectly, or it might not work. Well, cover it up a bit. Maybe we'll try a darker magenta. How about this one? Not light, but bright enough to at the very least give you a nice red feel to the area. Okay, not too much there. I think this area could stand to use some magentas. Yeah, like that. Maybe 2 magenta there. Peel back on the magenta a bit, actually. Some magenta up here. Colors the sky a bit. And don't forget, the Blood Peaks and Lavender Desert technically shares the same sky color. I say sky color, but it's really just like the sky shoal and all the islands up above that are, like, blocking, like, certain views, making it look like there's a sky. The only region you can see the sky shoal in is the dark beach, which is strange. Well, I guess you can also see the sky abyss from there as well. So maybe you can't really see that. Okay, not pink, it would seem. How about I go for teal instead? I'll still keep that as pink, just because. Okay, no, too much. How about this shade of teal? I don't know. Dark blue? No. This shade of blue? No. This blue? Too bright. This is gonna be tricky. I still want to keep it red. How about this shade of red? No. If it's too red, then it's not going to be not going to be the purple that I need. I think teal is what we need to go for. I gotta figure out what kind of teal I want to go for. Or we could try to go for a new one. I mean, we haven't done anything. Oh, no, that is... Okay, first of all, I select cyan, not the teal that I wanted. Yeah, because that still keeps that purple look to it, while also keeping things relatively in check here, you know? I'll try to get some of this over here, get some of the tree as well, as top of the arches in the back here. I'll call this teal area. Yeah, I'm not going to call this anything yet. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to try some oranges, actually. No, that's too much. How about this shade? Too much. This shade? Too much. There's got to be like a certain pale kind of purple kind of color I could use here. Oh, maybe. But I don't want to use too much. We'll use it here, actually. This area does not have anything to it, so why not? Let's give it some. Okay. Alright, good. Do I have any pale here? I feel like I would. I'll just call it purple, actually. I think purple 3. Because I think I got 2 purples, right? Yeah, I got 2 purple. Purple effects, right? Effects. Gotta remember to save that. It is good to want to try to expand upon the repertoire of stuff that we have here. So trying to like... Let's call this one pale purple. Trying to figure out a good like balance between things. Really difficult to do when you have like literally. Okay, I'll just call him Magat for now. I was gonna call him magenta, but I already got a magenta here. Is this the shade that I want? Like I said, I don't want it to be too bright, so I gotta find like a good balance. Maybe. Try to get some of this color, not all of it, but some of it. Try to get some of this area in, some of this area in, and then some of this area in right here. We're making new effects here, people. Okay, this one's more of a light purple effect. Number 3. And I think we might be done with the effects, question mark? I think, it seems like it. Or at least the areas, you know. Where are ye? Effects. Save. Yes, save. Okay, now I can call this a light purple area. Which makes perfect sense because we're in the Lavender Desert. Alright, okay. Awesome. Now for the sepia. This is going to be tricky, but I think we can do it. I'm going to reset most of my swatches here just because. So we got a specific light purple shade here. What does this look like? Too bright. Too bright. How about purple sepia? Too purple. Damn, who would have thought? What about magenta? Magenta seems to work. How about magenta sepia 3? Nope, not that one. Not that one, at least. Maybe not that one? I don't know. I could try some teal. No, that's blue. No, that's teal, but that's 2 teal. Okay, I was right first time. 2 teal. No, that's not gonna work. Light. Okay, light blue's definitely not gonna freaking work. Man, I'll talk about, I don't know, man, pink? Nah. Unless we use this shade of pink instead. Too bright. But there's another pink here that's probably just right. Maybe. That actually might work. The magentas that we have here aren't exactly what I want. So yes, that'll work. Awesome. Okay, good, great, fantastic. I think that's it. I think that's it, folks. I think we did it. Oh yes, we've done it. So, with effects, without effects. With effects, without effects. Huge difference. Makes things a bit brighter. But not overly bright. So, of course, before I forget, I want to do a little comparison to all the regions that we have so far. So here's the blood peaks. I'm going to go bring it in and out. Get a good look at this. Bright reds, a lot of blacks, a whole lot of reds, and a whole lot of bones. Some fleshy mountains and all that stuff. All the demons here, here, here. You can't even see. See, that area is dead space, no demons. So it's fine to have some dead space. And then we got this area. Right here. Completely different. Purples, reds in the sky. It's more like a pinkish kind of feel. You still got red sky, but you also got a huge difference. The other red that we have is the hellscape, although this one's more orange now that I'm looking at it. Orange, reds, huge difference. Every time I look at this, I think, it's just more of the same colors. Then I'm thinking back at the old ones, not the new ones. The new ones look a hell of a lot better. Look, you even got these flying centipedes all over the place. I only got like 3 if you count these hovering guys. But these guys are somewhat passive. These guys are hostile. Well, these... Well, I don't know about this yet. Hostile, passive, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, as of most recent, the Drought Plains. I think I showed you this one. Yeah, I showed you this already, but I'll show you it again. Completely different. Obviously, because the Drought Plains is white grass, and this is purple sands. Brown mountains, purple mountains. Brown dead trees, light purple palm trees. Yeah. And of course, before we, fully finish it off, comparison of the original. Bland. Boring. Barely any substance to it. Sure, you see the demons, but a hell of a lot more improvements. This is an album 8 drawing, folks, and it has a huge amount of improvements. Technically, the third landscape I've made of this realm. Here, just look at these guys here. Or should I say, guy, the only one here. And look at these guys here in the back, looking like that. A couple of eyes floating around. Of course, there'd only really be one of these guys, because obviously territorial. There would be a couple of these guys, or a few of these guys walking around, as you can see, a few here. And there would be at least a few of these around the landscapes, stuff like that. We don't even have any of this, or any of this. We just have mountains and dunes. That's all we had in this one. It's such a huge improvement. I really like the way this one turned out. I wasn't too sure at first, but, working on it as much as I have, got as much as I could. I still have the barren dunes in the back, acting as, like, the foreign landscape mountainous kind of area, like, you see in most areas. Most landscape drawings that I've made. I still managed to add the dunes in. And, I got new areas in this place. So, there you go, folks. The Lavender Desert. Anyways, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe for more. And check out the playlist. We got Minecraft and drawings. We are creating a lot on this account. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one later.